parking attendant who asked for cash, and I said, I don't have any. He said, sorry. I said, no, I'm the MC. He said, you can pay me on the way out. So, some people owe me $5 when we're done. My name is Homer. I'm the voice of Marquette basketball. It's been a pleasure to be a part of Marquette, and I've said this before, and a joy of my life to work with George Thompson and now Jim McElvain doing the basketball games. And I know why you're all here, because you love Marquette and you love Marquette basketball. So thanks for being here. I also want to introduce someone new at Marquette. Two-time All-American football player, played in the NFL for a decade, then a practicing attorney, Larry Williams. Give him a great round of applause.
Thanks, Homer. I'm not sure that I've been able to listen to any of your broadcasts yet, but I might have to review that as one of my checklist items. Colorful. Thank you. Thank you for that warm introduction. I've been in the chair now for just over a month. It's been wonderful. The community's really welcomed me in. In fact, I should say a thank you to the anonymous donor who gave me my first Upper Midwestern head cold. So they said, you sound like you belong here in Milwaukee now. Let's try to take that. Thank you. We have great work to do ahead of us. Key to that is being able to continue to recruit and retain and attract championship caliber student athletes. And key to that, the essence of that, is to be able to provide for them those key athletic scholarship dollars that allow them to pursue these dreams of academic and athletic success.
He's the coach at Marquette, Buzz Williams.
Thank you guys for coming. They said that it's a little bit larger turnout than it was whenever the last time was that we had this, so I appreciate you guys being here again. I know if we had lost a bunch of games, you wouldn't be here, so I completely understand how this operates. I was probably a better speaker back in the fall than I am now. My mind is jumbled, to say the least. This time of the year, it's hard for me to think on anything other than the next practice or the next game. Considering that we've had 3 different teams, that's really jumbled my heart. We played the first 7 games with a full roster, and then we played the next 15 games without a post player, and then we played the last 3 games with no post players. And so coaching 3 different teams and trying to manage what gives us our best opportunity for success has been difficult. Having said that, I think that it speaks to our staff, and I think that it speaks to the resiliency of our players to be, as of today, in the position that we're in. Our kids have been great. You know, we've had, similar to what Homer said earlier, when you think back to our tenure here, it's been a different group each year. Coached a bunch of old guys the first year who had all the answers, who really in their mind didn't need a coach. In our second year, coached one of the least talented teams Marquette's ever fielded. For sure, the least talented team they've ever had in the Big East. They realized that there was no margin, and so they played extremely hard, and that gave us a chance. Last year, we were the second youngest team in the league, very volatile in our youth. I didn't do a great job managing it. And on our last breath, after losing the 2 games that we lost, Cincinnati at home and then at Seton Hall, went to New York not knowing what was going to happen, and we were able to keep breathing. We really weren't a Sweet 16 team. We were just happy that we were still able to breathe, and that was a lot more fun than what we had endured the previous 100 days. I really like the complexion of this year's roster. I wish that it had not changed the way that it had. I think we were in a really good rhythm through our first 7 games before Chris got hurt. I think that I feel like I tried to do too much when Chris got hurt to try to ascertain what would be the best plan of action from that point forward. In hindsight, I think I probably made the right adjustments, but initially I think it was too much for our guys to absorb all at once. And then once Devontae went out, we changed absolutely nothing. And I don't know if that's been the right way or not. 2-1, as bad as we played, as good as Notre Dame was, whether we had Devontae and Chris or 4 guys like Devontae and Chris, we wouldn't have won that game. We'll see how it plays out. I think Devontae will be back soon, but I do not anticipate that he will play on Saturday. And so how will our team be once Devontae comes back? I think that will be an adjustment again. I don't think that you can have 12 or 15 practices and play 4 or 5 games without a guy that you rely on to score, who can't guard a ball screen no matter where it's set, and then you learn to function without him, and then he comes back. So we'll try to manage all of that in the right way, but our guys have been fabulous in their work ethic, fabulous in their attitude, and I think if you watch us, that's been pretty evident. I think they play really hard, I think they compete, and for me, just because of how I grew up, where I'm from, that's the most important thing to me. And I think for us to be where we're at as of today speaks to who they are as people, and I think that it speaks to who they are as players. Thank you guys so much for coming. We'll see you Saturday afternoon in Brandon. We appreciate you being here.